Hello again, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Walt Morrison with Dan Wilson, and we've got some plumbing problems going through a house over here. I'll kind of show you guys what I'm getting into here. So we'll zoom the camera in just a minute, show you what I'm dealing with. Okay, guys, I had to turn an extra light on here so we can see a little better. I can't get you a real good view of this, but up in there is what we call a sweat joint. And what happened is the pipes froze up during the cold weather we had here just recently. And that came loose there and caused a major leak. The other side over here is looking like it's still in pretty good shape. I didn't find any leaks on that one. This was leaking real bad here. So the problem I'm dealing with here is I can't get the moisture out of the pipe to get it heated up well enough to re-sweat the pipe. And we say sweating, that's our term for joining a copper pipe. We call it sweating copper. So guys, my last resort down in here somewhere, I got little choice, or actually no choice at this point, but to cut the pipe in two, get all the moisture out of it, and hopefully get it fixed up. Now just a couple days ago, I took all the sheetrock out in this area here. It was absolutely soaking wet and ruined, so I'll be replacing that here in a matter of days. And the next plan is, when I redo all this, I'll put an access panel in right here around the plumbing, so it'll be very easily accessible. So I don't know if I can show you guys every little thing on video here, but I'll do the best I can, so bear with me. Okay guys, hopefully I got you a good shot of the pipe here. You can see what I'm dealing with here. I got a little choice, go ahead and cut the pipe in two, get all the water and stuff out of it, and we'll take this loose up here and try to clean this pipe up enough to make it reusable. If not, I'll just have to replace it. So I got here's a little mini, what we call a stubby pipe cutter. So anyway, here we go. I just got through checking the main water valve. It is definitely off, so we won't have a bigger mess than we started out with. I'll get ready to put this back together again. I got a coupler over there. We'll just hopefully get a good sweat joint on it. I should have mentioned to you guys, I am not a full-time professional plumber, but I do a wide variety of things in life, including some plumbing. Yeah, there we go, guys. Okay, the pipe is loose. There it is. Okay, just a little bit of residual water in there, nothing major. Okay, got the pipe cut in two as planned. No water spewing out, just some residual up in there. Next, guys, here, just take the shop towel, and we're just going to stuff this down in here a little ways and mop up the excess water down in there. The idea here, guys, is get that water down, or get it purged out of the pipe just as far down as we can get it. Okay guys, now if you get into something like this where you have a plumbing system that's already had pressure on there and you got to re-sweat a joint or something like that, you may or may not already know this. I learned a long time ago, just take a piece of bread like this, pull a chunk of that out of there, and we're just going to make up a dough ball. Kind of like this. I'm going to stuff this down inside the pipe there as far as we can get it. May need to get a pencil or something to shove it down in there a little farther. And I'm going to have to add a little more to it. The reason we use bread for this, guys, we're not going to eat the bread, obviously. But what will happen in just a few hours' time, this bread will dissolve on its own, and then it will eventually just purge right out of the system. I'm just going to give it a little extra here. It'll just dissolve, but for the time being, what this does is it blocks the water that's down inside the pipe here, prevents the moisture from working its way back up the pipe. So that way we can get enough heat on there to get a good, effective sweat joint, hopefully. Okay guys, one important thing I want to show you here. Just got to do is clean this pipe up here. Use stuff here called emery cloth. Works really good on this. We'll get our ends cleaned up good here. Like that. Both ends. What this will do is make the solder adhere much better. So now I got to get in here and zip around this one a little bit. Just get it cleaned up as best I can. Okay guys, what I have here is called flux. If you can see it very well or not. This is absolutely essential when working with copper pipe. We want to be sure and get a very generous amount of this stuff on here. What the flux does, it helps to clean the pipe, get rid of contaminants. It also makes the solder go in there where it's supposed to go. Take our flux and we're going to get inside this coupler. That's why you need to have a good brush like what I got here. You can use your finger, but then if you use your finger, you're going to add some body oil, and if you're doing this in hot weather, you're going to have some perspiration probably going on. And we don't want that on our pipe connection. The cleaner the better. When you're working with this kind of stuff here with this flux, there's no such thing as too much flux. If you get a little excess on there, it'll just melt right off. We go to sweat this all up. So it's not a big deal. I just put as much as I can get on there. Okay guys, next thing is you get the torch and solder, and hopefully we'll get a good sweat joint on that thing. Hope you found this helpful and useful. If you like this kind of video content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And if you like this kind of stuff, be sure and hit the old like button on there for me. And I almost forgot to mention too, guys, when we're working with stuff like this, just about anything else, don't forget the all-important safety glasses. Sometimes that solder can splatter out and go all over the place, and if it gets in your eye, it's going to cause some severe eye damage. So don't forget your safety glasses and other protective gear. In some cases, you might want to have a good pair of thick gloves on hand. That's all I got for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to new subscribers just hopped on board the channel here recently. And of course, my long-time subscribers, I appreciate you guys very much. And thanks for checking out the video. Love you guys. You guys take care and God bless. Again, I'm Walt Morrell with Dan Wilson. And I will catch you on the next video.